Today we are roasting my subscribers' YouTube channels. We have 3 channels to go through, so let's start with Betterment Board. We only have 5 videos to go off here, but I think you'll be surprised how much we can extract from this. Firstly, their subs to 1000 views ratio is insanely high. Either they've bought followers or they have some videos unlisted. Yeah, thankfully it's the latter. He had some videos here that he's unlisted. Let's take a look at one of these videos here, how to reset your brain dopamine detox.
A mountain climber preparing to climb the highest peak in the world. The climb is difficult and demands months of physical training, mental focus, and determination.
Okay, looking at this channel, we can already extract its product. The format for these videos are 4 to 7 minutes long, which is good that they've remained relatively consistent throughout all the videos. And the recipe just consists of 2 main ingredients, whiteboard animations and a changing around of the idea and the concept. But there is a fundamental problem here. This channel reminds me an awful lot of another channel called Whiteboard Crypto. Now, a year or so ago, Whiteboard Crypto completely took off. And the reason they took off is the reason why Betterment Board has not taken off. So the format for these videos are completely different, so we can't really extract anything here. It's comparing apples and oranges. Both channels create videos with whiteboard animation, so there's no difference there. But when it comes to the idea and the concept, this is where Whiteboard Crypto had an insane advantage over Betterment Board. You see, Whiteboard Crypto was educating their audience on the world of Web3 and crypto. And a year ago, when the channel took off, there was a huge amount of demand for Web3 content. And that demand had very little supply. So Whiteboard Crypto was able to exploit a clear content gap and capitalize on the demand, which led to loads of views and loads of subscribers. That is the primary reason this channel took off, and precisely the reason why Betterment Board has not. There is another element to this channel that concerns me and that we'll address in a bit, but right now Betterment Board is pissing against the wind. They are trying to create videos in an established market where the supply has just completely overshot the demand, and as a result their videos are adding very little value to the market. But if they think a little bit differently, they can create a new demand. It's all in how we frame the ideas. Let's stick with this video, how to reset your brain for success, dopamine detox. Now you may think, having looked at the performance of various dopamine detox videos over the years, that this video has a really good chance of doing well. But if we want to get an accurate description of how videos are performing right now, we'd sort by relevance and we'd sort by a time frame which is pretty recent to us, which is a month. And you can see that the performance of the top videos are actually underperforming in relation to the subscribers of the people that are posting. One of the best ways to find ideas is to take inspiration from people in different verticals, and someone who's a master of this is CPG Grey. For instance, if we take a look at one of his outlier videos, you see here the simple secret of runaway digits. I quite like the format of the simple secret of X for 2 reasons. It's promising that it's going to be easy with the word simple, and it's creating FOMO with the word secret. What we want to do here with the video is create a curiosity gap, and one of the best and most effective ways to do that is to find something that relates to the audience you're speaking to. And if you can link that with the topic you're talking about, you're going to create something that's much more enticing. Something like the simple secret of why you drink so much coffee. I drink way too much coffee, and I would specifically click on this video because I feel like it's speaking directly to me, unlike the generic dopamine detox packaging. The topic that we're talking about can still be the same, it's just framed differently. According to the owner from Betterment Board, they say that their goal is to get monetized and bring in some revenue from the channel. And I can say with absolute certainty that this channel here is going to be monetized relatively soon, so they don't need to worry about that. But economically speaking, I think this is where the channel is going to struggle the most. Let's take a look at the product for this channel again, and we can see here that there is an ingredient lacking in this channel. A personality. This channel has no character that people can build trust with. This may sound non-essential and childish, but given the topic we're talking about, the audience here is very broad. Meaning that our ability to convert our viewers to our own products or someone else's products is going to be really weak. And if we stay the way we are, our main source of income is going to be AdSense revenue. And given this channel has very short video lengths and the topic in question is quite broad, I suspect the RPM for this channel is going to be low, like $1 to $3. So for this channel to earn some meaningful income, like single figure thousands per month, let's say, they need to be pulling in between 1 and 5 million views a month. And relying on AdSense alone to drive your revenue is like asking the Grinch to mind your Christmas presents. So if I were Betterment Board, I would look at 3 major things. Number 1, how can I better frame my videos? Number 2, how can I add some personality into the videos to strengthen the relationship that I have with my audience? This will hopefully improve my conversion ability. And the second thing that I would do is look to build a revenue source outside of AdSense. Ideally, build an email list around the topic you are talking about. You can use the same tool that I use, ConvertKit. You can get a free trial down below, but this will decrease your sole dependency on YouTube, and it leaves the door open for you to launch your own products going forward, if you want to make some meaningful income, that is. Betterment Board, good luck, my friend. Next up on the chopping board, we have improving afro, and like, whoa, like, you could grate parmesan off of that. The goal of this channel is to inspire young men to become the best version of themselves mentally and physically, which is really nice. They haven't mentioned a monetary value, but I assume they want to make some money out of this also. Now, one thing I would say is that the subs to per 1,000 views ratio is incredibly low, along with your subs to video ratio. Now, this tells me one thing, that you haven't found an attention generator yet. An attention generator is like a repeatable format where you can continually reproduce videos that bring in new and recurring viewers. And up until now, by the looks of things, you've tried out quite a few. And it's difficult to extract what exactly your channel is about. You need a little bit of credibility. Like if you're to talk about how you made your first money online, you either need to have already made a load of money online and talk about your experience, or be in the process of doing it and document it. And it's not clear to me right now that you have the authority to do that. What you need is some credibility, a competitive advantage that you have that would help you stand out. And right now, one thing stands out. You look like a statue carved by Michelangelo. And on top of that, you're also in the military. You probably eat nails for breakfast. You clearly know a lot about the topic of self-discipline and fitness. And that for me is an interesting enough reason for people to watch you. And if you look at your videos, the audience kind of thinks the same. But your strategy is all off. If I'm a viewer here and I want to figure out what your 5 tips are to get shredded in the summer, I watch your video, I get a lot of value for it, and I subscribe. And then I eagerly await your next video and I see how to get over your ex. I'm gone. That's not what I subscribed to you for. And there's so much potential here. Like, you ran a half marathon without doing any training. This is interesting because what you're doing right now is you're creating a curiosity gap. You ran a half marathon without training. That sounds bonkers. I wonder what happened. I'd probably brush up on the packaging a little bit. Like right now you're showing me that you finished it and you look just fine. That's not really a story that I want to watch. Let me just create you some new packaging. Okay, so now the packaging's improved, let's actually watch the video itself.
Vamos fazer uma maratona sem treinar. Vê o que aconteceu no final.
Afro, I know you're targeting an English-speaking audience here because you told me, and the video is in Portuguese. Like what you just did is the equivalent of a vegetarian ordering a salad at a restaurant, you getting a cow from the shed, strapping it to the table and slaughtering it in front of them. The first thing that you should do in a video like this is say, hi, I'm Afro. Today I am running a half marathon and I'm going to bring you along the entire process with me. But here's the catch. I've never ran more than 5 kilometers in one go and I went drinking with my friends last night. In that intro, you are confirming the title and thumbnail, you are capturing attention with the challenge, and you are hooking me in with the conflict. And if you apply that framework to your other videos, which also have a lot of potential, you're going to do really well. 5 tips on how to get shredded. You can do better than that. 1-year calisthenics transformation. I'd rather see what you could do then than what you can do now. 24-hour military survival combat ration. Don't fix what's not broken. I survived a 24-hour military survival mission. When it comes to the videos, have a very clear mission or challenge that you want to accomplish, ideally in a confined period of time. Document that journey and give a why. Why are you doing it? Present the challenges you face and then show how you overcame those challenges. And at the end, demonstrate a result and a transformation you've gone through in comparison to when you started. I would highly recommend watching a bit of Mark Lewis. My mind is drawing a lot of comparisons between you and him. Afro, buy a block of Parmesan and check my hypothesis. Next up, we have AI Beacon. Okay, the goal of YouTube is to build recurring attention, and this channel is the perfect example of how not to do that. There is no consistency here in the videos. Their latest video is what looks like a docu-style video about how Bard is going to destroy ChatGPT, and that's going to bring in a completely different audience to somebody who wants to know the best AI video editing tools. This is a really good example of someone who was trying to keep up with the trends, saw some videos that popped off, and tried to, emulate them and ride that wave. Now, I do have to acknowledge the fact that your first and best performing video of 21,000 views you tried to replicate without too much success, which generally works and is a good strategy, but look at what you've done in between. The audience that you got from this video has long turned into a Ghost subscriber by the time you release this video. If you really want to be an education technology channel, which you say in your bio, you have to commit, because clearly you don't really have a defined avatar here. Are you targeting people who want to make money with AI, or are you targeting people who want to keep up with the latest advancements of AI, or are you looking to target people who want to use AI to be more productive? If you want an example, check this channel out. This guy's more committed. Nearly had a big accident there. This guy is more committed to his avatar than a pair of penguins. He's building an audience of car enthusiasts, and trust me, this is a very, very valuable channel because of the type of recurring attention he's built. And if your channel turns out to be AI enthusiasts who want to utilize AI more in their daily life, it would probably be time well spent to focus videos on how to make the most of prompt engineering and showing people various prompts that they can use in ChatGPT to give them a useful output in their day-to-day life. The owner of AI Beacon also told me what his goals are. He said, "The reason I am doing YouTube is because I think it is a good business model, and if you set your mind and heart to it, you can actually make it work." Very true. And the other reason would be that it is a platform where you can help people out by providing genuine and good information, knowledge and ideas to help around. Currently, my short-term goal is to monetize my channel and hopefully build onto that momentum and get my channel up and running. Clearly here, this person is quite genuine, motivated, and wants to make this work, which I really like. But right now, this channel is missing one thing: intention. Starting a YouTube channel like this without a clear intention is like driving a car from California to New York without a steering wheel. It's a long journey regardless, don't make it harder. The best advice that I can give here, and this applies to all channels, is to start with the end in mind. If the goal is to sell a course on how AI can double your productivity, post videos that will help people be more productive with AI. If your goal is to become a thought leader in the AI space, pose interesting statements and questions and give your unique viewpoint on the topic, and encourage your audience to do the same in a free Discord that you're building. If your goal is to ride the wave of AI to build a big YouTube channel, figure out how you can ride that wave by creating your own demand on the topic. Or if the goal is to build an AI newsletter and sell it for millions of dollars, periodically post videos on the latest advancements of AI. Start with the end in mind and you can begin building your audience. Speaking of which, I've been mulling over a pretty unique AI-based YouTube channel idea that I think will do really well, and I think I'm going to talk about it on my newsletter over the next couple of weeks. So if you're interested in finding out what that is, click on the link below. Remember, start with the end in mind. That's all from me. We'll see you in the next one. Slán.